Hello and welcome to Tea Time on Plus TV Africa, where we discuss the biggest entertainment stories. My name is Elsie Godwin, and I've got my co-anchors with me, Ifeoluwa, Osunkeye, and Ewaoluwa, Oritu.
That's good.
Let me finish the name. Ewaoluwa, Oritu.
Michelle.
It's not Michelle.
Michelle.
Michelle. Yes.
Oh, Michelle.
That's it.
Okay.
I'm so proud of my name.
Okay, we're pressed for time. So let's just move on real quick. So on the previous episode, we had a heated conversation on the Netflix movie, The First Temptation of Christ, a 2019 Brazilian comedy which has been described as blasphemous. In a recent ruling that has been struck down by a Supreme Court, Netflix was ordered to remove the film from its platform because it did irreparable to the nation's Christian, while the Supreme Court allowed Netflix to continue showing the short film, stating that freedom of expression is a fundamental right in a democracy. Also, on this same film, over 2 million Christians have signed a petition to get this film off Netflix. Here are some of the times Christianity and Jesus Christ have been mocked in a movie in the guise of artistic expression and freedom of expression. Also, some reaction. Have a look. There you have it. So that's, the reactions. I think the one that gets me is the fact that a lot of Muslims are actually speaking up for this one.
And a lot of gay people too.
Christians can be so passive and feel like, you know what, God will fight for himself. But Muslims are not taking this lightly because they also believe in the prophet Jesus Christ, and it's even in one of their popular prayers. So it is, no, people are not finding this funny at all.
Yeah, I mean, if you're insulting Christianity in a way, that's why I said directly or indirectly, you're is also insulting the Islam, because we have like maybe not everything, but some things are just similar in a way. And if we're talking about Jesus Christ, like you rightly said, there's Jesus in Islam, there's Jesus in Christianity. So
it's the same person actually, the same prophet they refer to.
Some people will argue that these things are broad.
But you scholars that you consider the thought leaders for Islam will tell you the same Jesus you are referring to is the same one they are talking about in the Holy Quran.
Just different names.
Okay, well, that's I mean that's
I just want
okay.
to make reference to a few people who are either in hiding or have died because they made mockery of other religion, specifically Islam. Like we had the World Draw Muhammad Day after a cartoon was made in South Park, and they called for the creators to die, and there was the Draw Muhammad Day that they said at least if people draw this, the radical Muslims won't be able to come for them, and over 10,000 people had to draw their own depiction of Muhammad, so that how many of us can you kill? You get, that was the message they were trying to put. We had the like of Van Gogh as well, who was killed in 2004. He was stabbed and shot over the fact that he created a movie called Submission, which was the interpretation of Islam. And he was talking about the violence against some women in the Islamic community. This guy was stabbed and shot. They arrested the guy who killed him. Then there's also the Russian guy, Rushdie. I said the Russian guy. There's also the guy. There's also Rushdie as well, who is also being protected, who did the satanic verses and all of that. So we've seen what has happened in other cases where you made mockery or what was assumed to be mockery of a particular religion. So the fact that Christians are lenient doesn't mean that you should actually take advantage of it, because I saw a lot of arguments online. Some people are saying, oh, in this same movie they made mockery of Shiva, a Hindu god, and they also made mockery of who else? I think there was another person in another god that they made mockery of in this same movie. So they're like, oh, Christians are going overboard. But it's not about that. It's just that how many times has it happened? We've seen it happen more times in Christianity than in other religions. So I think we need to put a stop to
I think Christians are allowed to go overboard on this one, because the name of the movie itself was even named after Jesus Christ. So it's just fair for them to feel that way. And then I was also watching some reactions from YouTubers, and most of them are saying, okay, so even if you want to relate this back to a child that is being bullied in school, and you keep picking on this one child, keep picking on the one child. Even people will ask you at some point, like, why can't you let this child go? And this is what has been happening over the years. It's not even over the months or weeks, years. Another one will come on next month. Right? So I hope that this is an attention is paid to this, and also I know that few people are beginning to unsubscribe from Netflix. And this is not the time when you would say Netflix is the only streaming giant. They have competitors right now. So I think they need to watch what they're doing if they really care about their. I mean, people will say they're a private company and then they're just there to make money. But if the content you're now putting out there is not getting you subscribers but taking away from your subscribers, then maybe you should really check what you're doing. I don't know, but
you know,
I think there should be like honestly, I feel that since this is going this way and it's not sitting with a lot of people, we should not just put our focus on Netflix alone, because even if Netflix decides to take this movie down, the movie is out already. There should be like a proper maybe a court ruling or something to ban that movie from any
which is what the Brazilians have started, but
no, but
unfortunately the Supreme Court
no, I mean,
that
if
also.
the whole world come together, you know, this is just the Brazilians now. I feel if the whole world now come together and take this stand that this movie should be taken down, and even if it's still available on other platform, if everybody's speaking in like one accord, even if you want to watch that movie, you will know that whatsoever is in that movie is wrong and it's not just true.
Just like what Norris did with the Draw Muhammad Day that got 10,000 people. So if everybody takes a stand on this, I believe something would be done about it. But it's very offensive to a lot of people, but some people believe that the prophecy about the Bible, about Christianity is just being fulfilled. So some people are saying that he's the most hated, is the most talked against, because that's the Bible is being fulfilled. Because that's what the Bible said about Christianity, about Christ,
About
that
Christ
he
himself.
would be about Christ. Sorry, I said about Christianity, about Christ, that the prophecy will be fulfilled. People will come against him and all of that. So
And it
people
keeps
are saying,
happening.
and it keeps happening. People are thinking maybe it's just the end time.
Okay.
You never know.
I mean,
We
there are
need to
lots of
move on,
events
but-
happening to say this is the end time already.
It's not idea too. We need some but okay, so Temi Otedola is to star in Kunle Afolayan's next movie, Citation. The movie, which will be shot in 3 African countries, is a college drama about a female postgraduate student who has to find a way of dealing with the awkward situation of sexual harassment from a lecturer. Speaking at a press conference, Kunle Afolayan said his company is ready for a 5-week shoot beginning 10th of January, which is today, right, through February 15, 2020. Also speaking at the conference, Temi Otedola says she is honored and excited to be on the team. Have a look.
Citation, and the script is about the sex for great scandal we've been having here in Nigeria, but also all over the world. And I'm just so honored and excited to be working not only with Kunle Afolayan, but also the amazing cast and actors we have here. So I just can't wait to start filming. I can't wait to bring this story and this script to life, and to see not only my character, but all the different stories into play. And I know.
Okay, so before we actually talk about this movie we're expecting, this is not the first time Kunle Afolayan will be creating a rising star in Nollywood industry. In a one-on-one interview with Plus TV Africa, he tells us more about this part of him as a director. Have a look. I feel like we don't have enough directors who would want to take a chance on an individual to say this person can do this. I've seen you do it with Simi and a couple of other newbies in the Nollywood industry. You've done it with Toby Bakare too. So what is the driving force behind that, and how did you train yourself to be able to see this talent?
Okay, you see, as a director, different director focuses on different aspects of production. Some directors only focus on actors' performances, and some directors like to focus on their frame and the lighting, the technical details. For me, I pay attention to both. And when it comes to talent, the kind of work we do does not have retirement, so I like to bring back old actors who have been around for a long time, and I did that with Zebrodaya in Phone Swap. I did that with Sadiq Daba in October 1. Mokalik, that is new, there's Papa Lolo, there's Alabi Yellow. These are veterans that haven't even been on set in like 20 years. I like to bring them back. Then blend and match them with the so-called stars, that we have now, if the script, can accommodate such. And then the young upcoming ones, I also like to bring those on board. I did it with even Chidinma when we shot The Bridge. You have talent and you have celebrities, and you have actors. For me, I like to go for talent. So once I discover you, whether you've acted before or not, I can really have you give me what I want. Even things you yourself don't believe you can do. And those are some of my strengths, as a director.
Okay, so I think what Kunle Afolayan does is definitely commendable, and I'm glad that we have him on tape talking about it. And I think I'm looking forward to this one because it's going to focus on sexual harassment in universities. So yes, I'm looking forward to this one. I just hope it's properly executed and no writer's error anywhere.
Honestly, I mean,
Kunle Afolayan make errors.
Writer's error, yeah.
I think it's perfect.
Okay.
I mean, that's okay, but for me, like you rightly said, I hope that there won't be any writer error, and I hope that the movie is really going to portray what exactly.
Sex for grade.
Do you understand? I mean, because it's a very important societal issue that we've been battling with for a very long time, and I'm very happy that it chose that particular topic, to work on, and I just can't wait to see the movie. And shout out to Temi Otedola. to the Otedolas, because they are not just there, they are making moves, they are making good moves. I'm sure, I'm just speaking for, I don't know, but maybe if it was just an ordinary movie, she would not be involved. But now, because this movie is going to be a movie that would, you know, throw light on dark issues that we have in the society, and then she's taking it upon herself to be part of the project. That's very commendable.
I can't wait to see what Kunle Afolayan will be doing with her, because acting also involves a lot of the director to be able to know how to speak to you and get the real thing out. So I can't wait for this magic to happen.
I think Kunle Afolayan knows how to create stars and actually get them to act out the characters that he wants them to, like what he did with Simi. A lot of people would argue that in Mokalik she wasn't the best character, but I found that very, very interesting, and I liked what he did with her.
Sorry, because that Mokalik movie,
you don't
for
like
me,
it?
It's just
No, not
error.
the movie. I'm talking about
Simi's role.
Oh, you don't think Simi's role was okay?
I don't think Simi's role was even necessary. That's what I think.
Okay.
Well, I liked what he did with her. Well, when I said that too, a lot of people argued, but it's my personal opinion as well.
okay.
I like what he did with her, and he showed the different parts of Simi that a lot of people did not know about. So I believe he would do something iconic with Temi as well. And then if he says he looks at talent instead of people who have followers. Another thing I'm looking forward to in this movie is the camera which you'll be using, because the Canon C500, a camera that has never been used in Africa, Mark II, something. It has a long name, and I had to go and check the camera, and it said it has never been used in Africa. It has, and he's also collaborating with Canon themselves, and I think I'm looking forward to the quality. And if you know Kunle Afolayan, you know
his
movie
movies
qualities
are always
100. So.
checked.
But you don't like Mokalik?
I don't like it.
The quality was
But
good,
for me,
The story, the quality was okay. I mean, I feel the acting was okay too. Everybody took their role well. It's
Obama,
just that
the goldfish.
it's just that the story was. I'm like, okay.
I think, like I said before, I think I understand what he was trying to do with Mokalik, and I think he did a good job. Could it be better? Yes. And Simi, you said you saw a different part of her. No, that was Simi. She was singing and she was speaking.
I just hope this story will come out right, because I've always had issues with Kunle Afolayan's story. I mean, the acting will be great, the quality will be nice.
What about
October 1st?
No, October 1st was great. There's this movie.
While you guys are saying if it's great or not, we actually need to go.
Okay.
But for everyone,
Right.
for everyone excited about the weekend, like I am, your weekend isn't complete until you have had at least a cup of Pinkberry Gourmet frozen yogurt. There are various flavors to choose from, and you can be sure that each cup is just a delight. Head over to any Pinkberry Gourmet frozen yogurt store near you and be a part of their mouth-watering offers. And that's how we wrap up this episode of Tea Time. Thank you so much for watching. And remember, you can catch up on this conversation by visiting our YouTube channel and also subscribing at Plus TV Africa. You can also watch Tea Time on Oritu TV and in London on Ben Television. My thank you as always go to my co-anchors Ifeoluwa, Osunkeye and Ewaoluwa, Oritu, and of course the entire production team. My name is Elsie Godwin saying thank you for watching and have yourselves a great day.